Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Can I give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten Son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether they can accept it or not. In the sincere salutation to all the doctrine, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the outlaws who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. My Zai from Jim Masolano camp coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification, Lord, wouldn't be edifying. So I tell you this lesson, be very afraid. Be very afraid. Time is running out. Now, I'm just doing this lesson because I was on the way home from camp with many brothers, after camp we usually go get something to eat from a little Benjamin spot or whatever, whatever we choose, get a little drink or whatever. So on the way back to the crib, I was passing by a car that was in the median, and I didn't realize until I had to turn around. Someone told me to turn around. So the car, I saw the back lights, but the lights was real dim. So some told me to turn around. So I turned around and go back, and the car was flipped over on the roof. Right? It was flipped over, completely over. All four tires was in the air, up. So I got out, and you could see the airbags. On a newer model car, had to be like a Camry or something. And you got the airbags that go all the airbag when they deploy, it's on all four of the doors, right? So you couldn't even see in the car. So whoever was in the car, they wasn't saying nothing. The door, all four of the doors were closed, and the airbags was all the airbags was out. It was, all you could see was white around all, when it went around the car. So I'm standing there like, man, this is crazy. Like, and it's cars, it was cars in front of me that was passing by, like they didn't even see the car. I happened to turn around. So when I pull up, got out, I'm walking around to see if I could see. Can you don't hear nobody, you don't see nobody. So I was finna call 911, and the Centurion pulled up right behind me, and like, what's going on here? I said, no, I just passed by, I did a U-turn, and I came back. And I said, I was just finna call y'all, but he pulled right up. So, man, so I was thinking about this, right? Jake been living it. Now, I don't know who it was. It could have been Heathen. It could have been Jake. I don't know. Because he was walking around the car. I stood there for a minute when he pulled up. And he was walking around the car. And he was saying, hello, can anybody hear me? Nobody saying nothing. Now, they could be in there dead. Who knows? I don't know. But I was thinking about this. This is, let me get this first. This is Ezekiel 12 and 21. Hey, man, time is running out, man. And Jake's him out here playing games. Hey, the Lord is calling spirits back, man. If you ain't using these spirits, the Lord is calling them back because we are in loner bodies, man. As the scriptures say in 1 Corinthians 3:16 and 17, right? Our temple is the temple of the Lord, man. And you supposed to be glorifying Yahweh Shema Shah while you got this energy in these bodies, man. And if you ain't doing that, eventually the Lord is going to call your spirit back. Now everything is set up through Yahweh Shema Shah, right? He knows who he's going to let get the truth and who's not. He already know who he's gonna let be born, and they're gonna be demons. They're either gonna be killers or thugs, whatever they're gonna be until they lose their life. The Lord already know that, right? So I was just thinking about this. Ezekiel 12 and 21. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, The days are prolonged, and every vision faileth. Now there's cars passing by this car. This car was flipped over completely on the roof, the hood on the roof, and people were just driving by like they didn't even see this car, man. It's man, it's a tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power. I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. Now it doesn't matter if it was a heathen or a Jake. The point is, time is running out, man. And you think you got all this time to just live comfortable and be at peace with yourself. You are sadly mistaken, man. It's a I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall no more any vain vision flatter or nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh power. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off. This is Jake putting off the day of the Lord, man. And they putting off, just just plainly speaking, they are putting off their death, man. We don't know when we're gonna die, man. You don't know how you're gonna die or when. It say verse 28. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the words which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh power. Now this is Ezekiel 8 and 5. Man, we have no clue, man. We don't know nothing, man. This is Ezekiel 8 and, Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall fear no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. Now, how it looked like they could have, because how the road was set, it's in a curve. So, and if you're going kind of fast, going in this curve, your car could easily slide off the road and flip over, which that's what it looked like to me. Like they were driving too fast, probably been drinking, like they were driving too fast, and a car flipped over. I don't know. I don't know. There was no other car there. It was just their car. And if you just drive, if you flying by, you're gonna miss them. But because I was driving, I think I was doing about 50 maybe, and I saw them. And in the back, all I saw was the back lights, and the back lights was real dim. So as I kept driving, some told me to turn around, and I did. And when I did, the whole car flipped over because you can't see the car flipped over. How just passing by because it was like in the middle of a median, and the median kind of wide. So just say Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall fear no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. Right? No man like this guy said in this movie. What's this movie called with Lawrence Fishburne? Um, he was playing this guy Bumpy Johnson. What's the name of this movie? Man, I can't even call it right now. But he was like Lawrence Fishburne was playing Bumpy Johnson. Um, Hoodlum, the movie Hoodlum, and when he was walking by this guy, and they was coming out with a casket, and he was like, "No man knoweth the hour nor the time." Right, right here it say, "Whoso," this is Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. "Whoso keepeth the commandment shall fear no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him." And we was mentioning this earlier. This guy was Deion Sanders, man. As Elder Zapball doing the lesson, this guy done lost some of his toes, man. This guy done get con up. This guy done lost some of his toes, man. Now you got to be in the hover round, right? Why? It said because to every purpose there is a time, there is time and judgment. Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him. For he knoweth not that which shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be? Now, how it looked to me, because I ain't see no dents on the car, but it was nighttime, and man, I didn't turn my lights on the car. I just pulled up next to it and got out. It looked like to me the car flipped over, like they were driving too fast, and it flipped over because there was no other car there. I ain't, the grass wasn't tore up, none of that. So I don't know, but the Lord is cold, man, and we are not sure of tomorrow. This is Job chapter 7 and 13. It reads, when I say, my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaint, then thou scarest me with dreams and terrifies me through visions, so that it says, so that my soul chooses strangling and death rather than my life. Meaning, Yahweh said, he that seeketh his life shall lose it, he that loseth his life, right, shall seek it. So this saying, when I say my bed shall comfort me, this is the hopeful elect, right? Not being comfortable here, because this is not our rest. When I say my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaint. Then thou scarest me with dreams, who Yahweh Shema Shah scares of with dreams, and terrify me through visions, so that my soul chooses strangling and death rather than my life. Certain things, brother, be having different dreams. They do lessons on it. Hey, we are not in a place to be living in rest, man. So the Lord keep you on your toes by it say that scares me with dreams and terrify me through visions. This is keeping you on your toes, man. Right? Not to get comfortable here. This is the hopeful elect. Now this is Amos 6 and 3, because this is talking about the 2/3 that's living comfortable. While the hopeful elect is terrified, man. And as I said, matter of fact, let me read this first. I've been bringing this out a lot later. This is Ezekiel 39 and 7. Hey, because we always say, hey, for right now, only the hopeful elect know the terror of the Lord, man. Right? When we see any judgment that happen, we know it's Yahweh Shema Shah. The rest of the world thinking it's Satan. They say, he was at the wrong place at the right time, or he was at the right place at the wrong time, or it's Satan that did it. No, no, it's Yahweh Shema Shah. Ezekiel 39 and 7. So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel. Right now, only the hopeful elect know about this. But it's gonna come upon a time all of Israel gonna know. Anytime something happens, they gonna be like, oh man, that's y'all. They were saying that's y'all about Shema Shah. Can't be nobody else but. Amos 3 and 6 tell you that, man. It say, so will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. Now, off the rip, when a person saw that car flipped over, they were like, oh, maybe they was. Nah, that was the Lord that did it, man. Regardless of how it happened, what time it happened, it was the Lord that made it happen, man. Why? Niggas living too comfortable, man. And it's gonna come in a moment of time, just like that. And you're gonna lose your life, and you're gonna wake up like, Lord, I was just driving, and how I get here? Well, I had just laid down to go to sleep. How I get here? Yeah. Let me get my spirit back, the Lord say, man. This is Amos 6 and 3. It reads, ye that put far away the evil day, and cause the seat of violence to come near, that lie upon beds of ivory, and stretch themselves upon their couches. And like Elder Yashua said, most of you Jakes don't even own no ivory beds, man. Jake barely can get a decent bed, man. But anyway, it say, they lie upon beds of ivory and stretch themselves upon their couches and eat the lambs out of the flock. Now, I read in Job 7:13 down to 15, that was talking about the hopeful elect, right? Job said, let's read it again. This is Job 7:13. These are two different sayings, one for the hopeful elect, one for the two-thirds. This is Job 7:13. This is how the hopeful elect feel. When I say my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaint, then thou scarest me with dreams and terrify me through visions, so that my soul chooses strangling and death rather than my life. Right? Well, this is the hopeful elect. Again, Amos 6:3. Ye that put forward the evil day and cause the seat of violence to come near, they lie upon beds of ivory and stretch themselves upon their couches and eat the lambs out of the flock and the calves out of the midst of the stall, eating good, living good, that chant to the sound of the viol and invent to themselves instruments of music like David, right? You got all type of music, just living good, just partying up, man. So they drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves with the chief ointments. They got the best of everything on this side. But they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph, right? Which is the northern kingdom. Look what's going on with the northern kingdom, man. Look how they getting treated. They getting thrown in these detention centers. The kids getting separated from their parents. Look what's going on with the northern kingdom, man. It's going on with the southern kingdom as well, man. It is representing all of Israel, man. Cause Jake is not grieved for none of us, man. These niggas is reigning like kings without us, like it said First Corinthians 4:8, man. Jake is whatever little bit of perks they getting, they they kept for themselves, man, and they comfortable. They good with this. Like the brother come always say, they, Jake locked up in prison, get a few perks and they good, man. Like some nigga that's always going to jail. This nigga, he don't got to pay no bills. He ain't responsible for nothing, but he always want a nigga to answer his phone calls. And he always want a nigga, he want somebody to bring him commissary money, man. So he can just sit in jail, eat cookies, cake, pies, and candies and soups, and he don't got to pay no bills, man. But you got the ones on the outside got to bust their ass and bring you commissary money, answer your phone calls, man. That's Jake. That's got a good job and living good and everything just peaches and cream for these niggas. They got a nice little thing on the nice little rib and the house with the picket fence and all the trimmings. They eat steaks and shrimp every night. Demon niggas, man, living comfortable. It say that chant to the sound of viol and invent to themselves instruments of music like David, that drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves with the chief ointment, but they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph. They comfortable, man. This is this is Ecclesiastes 5:1. Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough of my life. Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. It's gonna come a time, man. The Lord gonna cut all that off, man. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. They tell me, oh, the Lord long suffering. He ain't gonna do nothing. Like it said, Amos 9:10, Jake say. Zephaniah 1:12. You say verse 5. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin to sin. Propitiation meaning appease, right? Matter of fact, let's get this word. Propitiation. It said the action of propitiating or appeasing a god, spiritual or person, spirit or person, right? So it's like I can say how the angels appease the wrath of him that made them, right? So Jake's saying the Lord is going to appease them. It say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. And say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified, with pacified going to appease, for he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. This what niggas say. Let's get the word pacified so we can understand. Jake is a demon, man.
Pacify.
It's a similar word, say appease, calm, propitiate, soothe, content, still, silence, relax, quiet, provoke, enlarge, inflame. Let's look at this word, mollify.
Mollify.
Appease the anger or anxiety of someone, right? So here's propitiate. It's a will or regain the favor of a God, spirit, or person by doing something that pleases them. So you got niggas saying, oh, what they doing wicked. The Lord is cool with this, man. It's a Ecclesiastes 5 and 6. And say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. These niggas saying, so the Lord gonna be pleased. He's okay with what I'm doing. That's what the church teach, man. The church teach that madness, man. Oh, you could do whatever you want to do. Jesus still love you. You could be a transformer, a murderer, adulterer. You could be a thief, right? And it doesn't matter because Jesus still love you. Come as you are. And say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath coming from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. Make no terror and turn to the Lord. Show you how cold the Lord is with deceiving you, man. Make no terror and turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shema shall come forth, and in thy security, in your being comfortable, thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in a day of calamity. So Jake is running around saying the Lord ain't gonna do nothing. Let's read this. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. This is what Jake's saying about the Lord, man. Like the Lord is just cool with you doing wickedness, man. Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord would not do good, neither will he do evil. This is what a nigga is saying when you read Ecclesiastes 5, man. The Lord will be pacified with the multitude of my sins. He ain't gonna do nothing. It's okay. These things, and this is how Jake feel all day because plantation Christianity has destroyed the fucking earth, man. It's a therefore that good shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. And that happened on the plantation, man. Because all those plantation uh um master quarters was built by Jakes, man. Right? And even the house nigga. That nigga didn't stay in there. After the working in the house, that nigga had to go back to the shack at night, man. Okay? So Jake talked about the Lord. Oh, and they get that from these pastors. Here you go, right here. This is Micah 3 and 11. It reads, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, it's not the Lord among us. No evil can come upon us. So they get this from these pastors in these harlot houses, man. That's lying to them. Cause this is 1 Samuel 3, 1 Samuel 2 and 3. Talk no more so exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord Yahweh is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. Anything that goes on in our everyday life, your day-to-day walk, that's the actions of the Lord, man. It said, by him actions are weighed. This is Psalm 68 and 20. It reads, he that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto power the Lord Yahweh Shema shall belong the issues from death. So an average person that's passing by this car that was flipped over was like, oh man, that was the Lord, man. That was the Lord. And that's why the Spirit was finna have me to keep going, man. But you know how Jake is. I didn't even see the car flip though. I also saw with the lights. But it just was something was odd to me because it was just sitting there. At first I thought it was the police sitting clocking people because it was like 2:30 in the morning, 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I'm thinking it was the cops clocking, but it wasn't, man. The car was flipped over on the roof, man. Couldn't see inside the car because the airbags was in all four of the windows, all the way around the car. Like the front one and the back one, like airbags were over the whole, I guess the whole inside, man. But the police pulled up and I pulled off and left. He asked me, you know what's going on? I said, no, I saw it flipped over. I turned around to come back to see what was going on. I was just finna call him, but the centurion pulled up and I pulled off and left. So the Lord called though, man. Cause they weren't saying nothing. Now they could be in there dead or they could be knocked out. But I get on down the street and I saw ambulance coming. So hey, the Lord cold. This is Job. The Lord is cold, man. And at any time you can lose your life, man. This is Job 11 in verse 4 it reads, for thou hast said, my doctrine is pure, and I am clean in thine eyes. But oh, that power would speak and open his lips against thee, and that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that power, Yahweh Shema Shai, exacteth of thee less than thine iniquity deserve, man. So the punishment that we're supposed to be getting for our iniquities, the Lord is giving us less when He can give us more, man. Cause we say this all the time, man. Hey, the mercy that the Lord is showing, brothers, we feel like we don't even deserve this mercy, man. But it's the oath that He made. Like He said in Deuteronomy 7, it had nothing to do with what it said. We were small in numbers, so it had nothing to do with us in numbers. It said because of the love that He had. Let me get that. It's Deuteronomy 7 in verse 7. It reads, the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he hath sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Right? And not therefore, say, know therefore that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai thy power, he is power, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him to 1,000 generations. Salakia, which keepeth covenant with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations, and repay of them that hate him to their face to destroy them. He would not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. So I don't know if that was Jake or heathen. Hey, but the Lord is cold, man, with judgment, man. So it was about the love, man. This is so I want to read this again in Job 11, reading this point in verse 6. It reads, know therefore that power exacteth of thee less than thine iniquity deserve. So what we really deserve, the Lord ain't even giving you that, man. He's giving you less. Why? Because the love that the Lord has for us, man. Now this is um this is Job 36. It's a this is Job 36 and 11, right? It reads, read 10. He opened also their ear to discipline, and commandeth that they return from iniquity. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. And 2/3 of Jake is dying without knowledge, man, for no reason. I can tell you, what's that, Ezekiel? Yeah, let me get this. I'm gonna close with this too. This is Ezekiel 33. What's that? 10. It say Ezekiel 33 and 10. Therefore, O thou son of man, speaking to the house of Israel, thus it say, thus ye speak, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how shall we then live? Say unto them, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema power, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but if the wicked turn from his way and live, turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel? Why would you die for nothing, man? For nothing. Hold on, I gotta get this. This is Jeremiah 30. Man, the Lord said he got his hand stretched out all the day long to Jake, man. This is Jeremiah 30 in verse 12. It reads, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause. We don't got nobody at the UN fighting for us, man. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. That's why we need the physician, which is Yahweh Shai, man. Thou hast none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines, man. What are you going to do? He said, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. So without Yahweh Shema Shai, we ain't gonna make it, man. So when I seen this car flipped over, well, I didn't see it till after I turned around, because my spirit told me to turn around and go back and see. Hey, them people could be dead, man. Just like that, man. How they got to that point, all I know is Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And while Jake living around here comfortable, the Lord can take your life from you, man. As a matter of fact, let me close with this. This is Zephaniah 3 and 5. It reads, the just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. You see? So, hey, it is what it is, man. Beautiful. That's a beautiful precept. Let's read that. Yep, yep. And it's like the Yashala. That's the brother Damawathia. Proverbs 29 and 1. He that being often reproved, harden his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. And that's what's going to happen 2/3 of Jake, man. The Lord just got to put him to death, man. This is the brother Azariah Howard, Isaiah 59 and 1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear. But your iniquities have separated between you and your power, and your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear. And that's why I tell you in Hosea, with that 5 and 14, the Lord say, he will be a lion of Judah and a young lion of Ephraim, and he will tear and go away, and none shall deliver them, man. And that's what's going on. Beautiful. Jeremiah 2 and 12 from the brother Azariah Yahweh. Azariah Yahweh. It say, be astonished, O ye heavens, unto you Israelites, at this, and be horribly afraid. It say, be ye very desolate, saith the Lord, and be horribly afraid, man. Be very afraid, man. Time is running out, man. This is verse 13, Jeremiah 2 and 13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water, man. Judgment, man. Beautiful. The same brother, Azariah Howard of Jeremiah 11 and 4. Therefore, pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. There's another one say, pray not for the make not intercession for me. I think that's in Jeremiah 7, I think. Either 7, I think it's Jeremiah 7. Make no intercession. 7 and 16, I think it is. Yeah, man. Yep. This is same brother, second Ezra 7:20. Second Ezra 7 and 18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet should not see the wide. And he said unto me, This is it said, there is no judge above power, and none have understanding above the highest, for there be many that perish in this life, because they have despised the law of power that is set before them. Yup. As a matter of fact, bro, I'm gonna have to get that too. Let me get that. Second Ezra 7. I ain't want to make this too long, man. Let me see. I think it's in 8 though. Second Ezra 8. As a matter of fact, in verse 50, it reads, For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Right? It say, um, verse 54, sorrows are past, and the end is showed the treasures of immortality. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down the righteous, they want to listen, and said in their heart that there is no God, yeah, and that knowing they must die. For as the for as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them, for it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. So these niggas gotta die grievous deaths, man. They gotta die. And it's gonna be a lot more of it, man. Why? Because niggas is comfortable and they just chilling, man. So Lord was edifying. I gotta give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, whether they accepted or not. In the sense of salutation to all the octane, pushing this truth and believing this truth to the four winds of the earth. Then tell you world wicked of the hopeful elect. And shalom to the walk who are listening and learning. A few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm gonna close with this. Isaiah 28 and 20. For the bed is shorter than a man can stretch himself on it. Meaning there's no comfortable bed here in Babylon the Great for you. It don't matter how big your king is or your queen. For the bed is shorter than that a man can stretch himself on it. And the covering narrower than that he can wrap himself in it. Meaning there's no cover that can cover you properly. It's a metaphor for not to be comfortable, man. Like I read in Job 7:13 through 15, which is for the hopeful elect, and in Amos 6, verse 3 through 6 for the 2/3 that's comfortable here. Again, it say Isaiah 28 and 20. It says, For the bed is shorter than that a man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrower than that he can wrap himself in it. It's not the time to be comfortable, man. So basically, we laying on the bed that's too short, man. Okay, and your cover is not covering you. Hey, and it's cold, man. It's a cold world, man. And that's what Yahweh Shah said, pray that your flight be not in the winter, man. But hey, it's a cold world, man. And you don't got enough cover, right? And your bed is short, man. Meaning this is not the time to be comfortable, man. That's the point, man. This is not our rest, Micah 2 and 10, man. Right? Hey, so the water, until next time, I say Shalom. Wa Abba Ball, the water for tuning in. May you have about your mama shall continue to bless you in your house. Stay prayed up. Shalom. Hey, the water for your precepts.